A celebrity-backed bail reform group has shut down its Las Vegas chapter after being sued for helping release a career criminal. Gaston-Anderson was released after The Bail Project paid his $3,000 bail. Just 6 days later, police say he opened fire in a Las Vegas restaurant, shooting a waiter 11 times. The waiter survived, thank goodness, and is now suing the organization. Some of the big names supporting this group included Danny Glover, John Legend, and Sir Richard Branson. Dr. Jeanette, celebrities can do whatever they want with their money. But I think when these groups start to feel lawsuits coming their way for incidents like this, this actually shut down a chapter. What do you think may happen?
Well, I hope it makes them think twice, because when you are a celebrity bailing out criminals, you're condoning criminal activity, even if you're not a celebrity. And take a look at this guy's rap sheet. He has pleaded guilty to attempted grand larceny, felony burglary, convicted of auto theft, arrested for pandering and carrying a concealed weapon. He was let out on $3,000 bail, and he shot this waiter 11 times. He could have killed him. And that's why we see such a high rate of recidivism, because there's no accountability, there's no repercussions. It's just a vicious cycle. They go to jail, they don't get the help they need, whether it's from drug addiction or mental illness, and we just see it over and over. We need to, reform our bail programs. We need DAs who are not soft on crime, and we need more help for those who have these underlying mental conditions that are going to jail and released in and out, in and out.
Yeah. Katrina, we talk about bail reform, and there's the words out there, mass incarceration, and we all want justice and fairness for everybody. But I think that, if you shoplift a pack of gum, you probably shouldn't get thrown in jail. But there are other crimes where bail is really appropriate, and I think this guy, as you said, had a list of them.
Absolutely, and I'm all about people getting second chances, right? But crime is a major issue, and I think we need to differentiate, as you mentioned, the crime that was committed. And also, I think that it has become very cool to support criminal reform, right, with celebrities. And so let's remove the celebrity aspect out of it. I think crime in this country is really a big issue. And as a mother, again, it's something that I think about all the time, whether it's in the school system or just playing outside. Simple things, the simple joys of life are now something that you have to be careful of as a parent.
Dr. Siegel, mental health was raised. And we do know that, especially here in New York City, we've seen a lot of these criminals have serious mental health issues. There's no easy answer to this, but where would you start?
Well, with exactly that. There's so much worry about marginalizing or, stereotypifying somebody with a background that clearly shouts out for the need for mental health intervention, right? We have to separate out criminality from mental health. We don't. For sure, that's one thing. The other thing is the do-goodism here on the part of the celebrities that want to feel so much better about themselves. But the last thing I want to mention is, look at the victim here. Sheng Wang, oh my God, 11 bullets. He can't move a shoulder. They barely missed a major artery. God was on his side. I've never heard of anyone outside of a Terminator movie being hit with 11 rounds and surviving.
Well, maybe he's got a future in Hollywood. Yeah. Maybe a stuntman or something. Cheryl, here in New York City, you know as well as anybody. The crime rate is up. No matter what anyone says, and we know that a lot of it is recidivism. You mentioned while we were in the break, broken glass worked, and we're so far from that now.
Yeah, broken windows. Well, look, I'll tell you one thing. One of my colleagues here was assaulted on the subway this morning at 5 a.m. I'm not going to say who it was, but I was just told that. And just coming to work, 5 a.m. on a Tuesday, 5 o'clock in the morning, an assault. So let me tell you something. This city is still reeling from what happened during the lockdowns, but it's mental health and it's drug addiction, and those are going hand in hand in about 70% of the cases that we're seeing and the people that we're seeing, especially on the streets of New York City. But back to the Bail Project. They didn't do their due diligence.
No.
They are this blanket organization. It's celebrities or, and other backers, other wealthy people that have this idea in their head of what they think, justice reform is, and what cashless bail should and should not be. And so they just go out and they're handing out money. Meanwhile, they let this guy, this career criminal, who's a pretty bad guy, out and he shot someone 11 times. That's happening all across the country, and it's really happening in New York and Chicago and Los Angeles and also in San Francisco.
Well, in Minneapolis, in the wake of the George Floyd riots, even Kamala Harris, then running for vice president, was donating to these funds to release some of these people back onto the street. Now, these were looters. These were people committing crimes. These weren't just peaceful protesters. These were looters. These were people breaking windows, stealing things, setting fire to things. That's, you know, what.
Arrest them, prosecute them, put them in jail, and hold them accountable.
Yeah. You know what? If you are going to commit a crime, there is a consequence. Police.
You know what, though, Michelle? You get what you vote for. I hate to say
No,
it.
you're
and
right.
that's what we're dealing with in this city anyway. And I love New York City, but it's been tight.
Cheryl,
hard.
you made a great point about the pandemic. I mean, New York and San Francisco and LA, major cities are a mess because businesses shut down,
Yeah.
restaurants didn't reopen, there's garbage everywhere, rats on the streets, and crime.
Oh, you're depressing me. I'm supposed to be getting ready for a Happy New Year.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.